Aha! Oh, it's Godot! Bro, it's freaking Godot! I mean, it doesn't have his visor freaking thingy-majiggy on his face, but that's definitely Godot! What happened to him? Like, what happened to him, like, from the point before to the point now? I mean, he looks good. I mean, bruh. I wonder if he still likes coffee, guys. I wonder if he still likes coffee. I know I still like coffee. What's up, guys? Today we're gonna be continuing our adventure in the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy, but we're gonna be playing Trials and Tribulations on episode number 4, where the main character returns. Bro, I can't wait. Miles Edgeworth, the main character of Phoenix Wright. I love it. This girl, let her go. Bridge people. Shut up. Come closer and he'll kill her. Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance. Bro, people be falling from bridges. Straight up getting yeeted. Oh, here's Phoenix. I'm reading through the file of an old court case. It was the first case of my longtime mentor, Mia Fey. Name, Terry Falls. Charge, kidnapping, murder. Sentence, death penalty. After escaping, Falls met with and then murdered Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, recaptured on Eagle Mountain about 8 hours after his escape. Her very first client was a death row inmate who had recently broke out of prison, a whole year before Mia and I had ever met. 6 years earlier. I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm going to die. I never should have accepted this case. Yeah. Good morning. Don't be so jumping, Mia. No, I didn't do nothing. I swear, I didn't kill nobody. Terry Falls, my first client, sentenced to death 5 years ago, and now a prison escapee. Just relax, Mia. Make small talk and try to relax him. So, why did you escape anyway? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lied. I didn't escape nowhere. But, Miss Foss, the police just recaptured you 2 days ago. Sorry, I told a little lie. Oh boy. But anyway, I didn't do it. I never killed nobody. Sorry for asking, but you're on death row, right? I'm really, really sorry. They sent me to die 5 years ago, but I was kicked out, don't you? That woman, she lied in her testimony. That's why I got the death penalty. I swear I didn't kill her. I never do that. Never. 2 days ago, he escaped from the police wagon when it crashed. Then, about 8 hours later, a policewoman was murdered before the police could recapture him. The police believe that Terry Falls did it. After you escaped, did you meet a policewoman? Yeah, I did. She's the reason I escaped. So, that much is true. He did meet with the victim.
Hold on, killer. Oh, she was alive when I left. She was alive. It's true.
I can trust him, right? I mean, I should. Ha. Oh, it's Godot! Bro, it's freaking Godot! I mean, it doesn't have his visor freaking thingy-majiggy on his face, but that's definitely Godot. What happened to him? Like, what happened to him, like, from the point before to the point now? I mean, he looks good. I mean, bruh. I wonder if he still likes coffee, guys. I wonder if he still likes coffee. I know I still like coffee. You're not going to figure out the truth just by staring at the guy. You are... Why are you here? I came to see how our little kitten was doing all alone. In the big, scary lion's den. Haha. I thought maybe you'd like someone to play with. Where is Mr. Grossberg? Ha! That old man? Probably still in bed. I bet he's clutching an empty bottle and mumbling in his sleep. Aren't I good enough? After all, it's me, Diego Armando. Oh. His name is not Godot, so something changed to where he's became Godot? What? Huh? Bro. What? I didn't say. So, Diego Armando, the finest attorney at Grossberg Law Offices, is here for me. No. You've got it all wrong. Today you're the finest. After all, it took an amazing amount of guts to take this case. Imagine an escaped death row convict for a first client. Yeah, thanks. I wish I could get out of it though. Ha! Relax. I just heard some good news. The prosecutor for today is fresh out of his diapers as well. Really? However, unlike a certain somebody I won't mention, he's earned the reputation as a genius since the beginning of his law career. Genius? Well, it's about time to head in, kitten. Sharpen those claws of yours. It's go time. Solitary confinement cell for the condemned must be the world's loneliest place. That's what my client ran away from. Every other lawyer gave up on him, but not me. When I saw those overflowing eyes and heard that simple, childlike voice, I just had the feeling that he was telling the truth. February 16th, 10 a.m. District Court, room number 4. Hey! Is that who I think it is? Oh! New judge! New judge! Or I guess old judge. Old judge. This guy must be like his brother's cousin's brother. Or something. Distantly related. Twice removed. What is his voice gonna be? Court is now in session for the trial of Terry Fowers. Like it. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh, he's young. It's Edgeworth, but he's younger, bro. It's the main character. It's the main character's first trial, guys. Aw, man. You go, Edgeworth. So, we gotta give him his old voice, which is... The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. That's kind of his voice when he's older. But since he's younger right now, we want to turn that younger. So we go, the prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. I understand the lawyers for both sides are newcomers.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm Mia Fey.
Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. So, you're the new prosecutor everyone's talking about, eh? They say you joined the prosecutor's office at quite an early age. At 20, Your Honor. I guess our little kitten hasn't earned herself much of a reputation yet, huh?
Come on, Mia. You can't lose. Not to someone that's younger than you.
Young people running a trial. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Now then, the defendant in this case is currently felon on death row. 2 days ago, he escaped from a police wagon. Is that correct? Precisely. But the defendant is not on trial for escaping prison. On the day that the defendant escaped, a policewoman was murdered.
So, we're here to determine if Miss Falls was responsible for her death.
You got it, kitten. Well then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's hear your opening statement. Yes, Your Honor. It was 5 years ago. The defendant, Terry Fowles, was sentenced to death in this very court. His crimes were kidnapping, extortion, and murder. The girl he threw off the bridge was only 14 years old. A truly horrible crime. I remember it well. There was no decisive evidence, so the trial was long and protracted. Correct. But in the end, what finally decided the case was a certain witness's testimony.
A witness's testimony?
The testimony of Valerie Hawthorne, the person who confronted this criminal. She arrested Mr. Fowles at the scene and later testified against him. She said she witnessed Mr. Fowles throw his young victim into the river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in the are never recovered.
So, Miss Hawthorne's testimony was the only one that put him away?
That policewoman you just mentioned, that wouldn't be...
Exactly. The victim. The same woman that was killed 2 days ago. Police Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne.
Ha, ha. I see. A man who was just sentenced to death based on her testimony escaped 2 days ago. With only one thing on his mind, to take revenge against the woman who convicted him.
Well, I mean, yeah. The motive is certainly there, but there's no concrete proof at the moment if that's all you have. I'm sure there's more, though.
Ha! The truth is becoming clear to me now.
Huh?
Yes. It's quite obvious that the defendant is guilty.
Wait a minute. That's not right. At least hear the case before you decide on the outcome, Your Honor.
Watch yourself, Miss Fay. I'm not sure I care for your word choice or your tone of voice.
Yeah. Young people these days simply don't know how to respect their elders.
Why, you're even younger than me, you hypocrite.
Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, please call your first witness.
I call the detective who was in charge of the initial investigation of this case. Is it Gumshoe? Yes, it's Gumshoe, bro. Bro, yes, flipping Gumshoe. Witness, state your name and occupation.
Gumshoe, Dick Gumshoe. I'm the homicide detective in charge of the case, sir. I finally got promoted to the detective division half a year ago.
I don't believe anybody asked you about that.
Hey, ma'am, you got any idea how much work that takes?
What is it?
You're really gorgeous.
Excuse me?
No, seriously, my heart is aching for you.
Detective, pull yourself together and try to be professional. Otherwise, I'll write you up on contempt so quick that something other than your heart will ache.
Well, okay, I got it. Now, Detective, tell us about the incident. Yes, sir. Right away. The victim was Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, a veteran on the police force. She was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss. Not much is stated already in the autopsy report. The court would like to hear more details about the incident itself. Yes, sir. I got you. Okay, let's see. Let's take a look at this aerial map of the area here. This is a sketch of the Dusky Bridge, an old suspension bridge. And the river that runs under there is Eagle River. The victim and the defendant met there, on top of the bridge. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car. He was recaptured at a police checkpoint as he was trying to make his getaway, sir. I see. Was the victim's blood found on the bridge? The victim, Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, was wearing a thick coat, sir. Unfortunately, no traces of blood were found on the bridge. Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you that I absolutely despise conjecture. If there was no blood on the bridge, then you have no proof that they even met there.
Your Honor, if you would listen to the testimony we have prepared, I'm sure you'll be convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet on the bridge that day.
Why, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm not sure I like you wagging your finger at me, though I was some sort of hoser. Detective, proceed with your testimony. Yes, sir.
Here we go, Mia. Hang on.
Okay, now, listen carefully, kitten. One little mistake and this guy will drink you for morning tea. Trust me and get ready. Did he say that because she's British?
On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time and met with Mr. Falls. And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. The criminal stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Mr. Falls was arrested at a police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain. Well, you have certainly established the importance of the bridge.
Naturally.
Would the defense please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination?
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination coming right up.
Hey, settle down there, kitten. If you keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee. He's still a coffee man. I wonder if he still drinks 17 cups of coffee a case. Or if he does that now.
I'm not troubling. It's just it's cold in here.
The courtroom can be a cold battlefield, alright. Especially for a beginner.
I don't need you to worry about me, I mean, the defendant, the witness, everyone's a beginner in here.
You got me there. But maybe you should keep your claws out and show them what you've got, kitten.
It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all last night watching.
Summary of the incident.
On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned in the sergeant and asked to meet.
Hold it! This unknown person, you have no idea who it might be, right?
Sorry, but I'm afraid I do.
What?
The one who called Sergeant Hawthorne was the defendant, Terry Falls. What? The defendant? The defendant called her? Sergeant Hawthorne was a very thorough person, sir. She left a note about her phone call with Mr. Falls.
A note?
Yeah, a top secret memo that she left in her desk.
Victim's note added to the court record.
According to this note, it seems that one who called her to the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Falls.
Nah. Whose bright idea was it to keep me from that note?
Ha! Looks like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up. Never ask a question if you don't already know the answer. No!
It's the detective's fault. He's the one that said unknown person.
Hey now, don't make that face at me. I just said it that way because it's what the prosecutor told me to.
Was that a trap? With that cute face, I didn't expect him to be so sneaky.
Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time and met with Mr. Falls.
A bridge up in the mountains? But why meet there?
Because it's a very important place to the defendant, that's why.
What do you mean by that?
If you remember, 5 years ago, the defendant kidnapped a young girl. He was chased onto a bridge, and it was there that he killed his hostage. And the place where all of this occurred is, of course, Dusky Bridge.
The very place where Sergeant Hawthorne arrested and handcuffed Mr. Falls.
Ha! Returning to the scene of the crime, huh? How nostalgic.
And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir.
Was the body of the victim discovered right away?
Yeah, we're really on the ball. We found the criminal within an hour of the murder. It was great. We even got to say, don't move, we've got you surrounded.
Wait a second. Is there something weird about that?
The location was a suspension bridge up in the mountains. So, how did they find out about the crime scene so quickly?
Sergeant Hawthorne must have mentioned the phone call to someone else, right?
Ha! If that is what had happened, then she wouldn't have been killed.
She never did mention the phone call for Miss Falls, but she left a note on her desk about it. If only I'd noticed it earlier, maybe she'd still be alive.
Huh. I wonder why she didn't mention the phone call to anyone.
The criminal stuffed her body into his trunk and tried to make a getaway.
Mr. Falls had a car then?
Well, that bridge is way up in the mountains, ma'am. The defendant and the victim both went up there by car. I mean, how else, right?
What? You mean the defendant drove his own car?
No, of course not. It was stolen. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light.
Car thieves. I'm not sure how I feel about car thieves. Well, he is looking more and more guilty every second.
Is this guy sure about anything? Or how he feels about anything at all?
This is a photo of the stolen car's trunk. Naturally, that's the body of Valerie Hawthorne in there.
But my question is, look, it's broken. Look at that. Look, that's broken. That's Borkin right there. Mega Borkin.
Oh, that doesn't look too comfortable.
The victim, she was stabbed in the back, correct?
Yeah.
For some reason, men always get stabbed in the back. But she's a woman? We're talking about a woman here. Yeah, that's my point. What? What? Pre-Godot are you talking about?
You can't tell from this photo, but the knife was stuck in her back, nice and firm. The condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy about the trunk of the car?
Here's a photo of the trunk, but I don't see anything strange. Do you? Anyway.
What did the defendant have to say about this photo?
What he always says, ma'am.
I didn't do it. I didn't do nothing.
That's all he says.
Nothing. I wouldn't say he did nothing. At the very least, we know he stole the car.
It's just what he always says, Your Honor. And then he always says,
sorry, I told a little white lie.
or something like that.
Well, in any case, it seems like he was caught and arrested.
Precisely.
Mr. Falls was arrested at a police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain.
That certainly is some impressive police work.
Well, no, it was actually way too close for comfort. We set up that checkpoint just after 5 p.m. We figured that Mr. Falls might just try to run.
What do you mean it was too close for comfort? The two of them arranged to meet at 4:30 p.m. and it takes approximately 30 minutes to go from the bridge to the checkpoint. That was kind of close. Any later, Mr. Falls could have slipped right by. Listen up, kitten. There's a big trap waiting for you in that testimony. A trap? Walk into it carelessly, and it'll leave more than just a flesh wound. Fun, huh? No, it's not. Well, if you want to have any chance at all, you better get some more information. And if you're going to get caught in a trap, it's best to get caught early. You can always look for contradictions afterwards. The ever-famous contradictions. I sure hope I can find some of those. So, Sergeant Hawthorne went to the Tusky Bridge and met at the time of the thing at the place. What is our clues? Stabbed with a knife, but died from blood loss between 4 and 5 p.m. Bridge located 40 feet above Eagle River. But if this bridge is all Borkin, bro, then what the heck? Where's the second car? There's not a second car, bro. Falls, February 14th. Falls, 4:30 p.m. At that bridge. Wear white scarf for identification. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. I am unsure. Well, we gotta press something on this because it actually has a picture up and it says, this is just very strange. So what do we use on this one? Autopsy. The bridge. No, that doesn't seem to matter at this point. What about victim's note? Where? White scarf for identification? No white scarf, bro. There's a big old contradictory right there, bruh. Bro and bruh. Did I say bruh? Oh my word, such contradictions. So with this new information, we obviously have to present the badge! evidence establishes that the defendant is lying, right?
No.
Don't ask me to confirm your facts.
Sorry. This is my first time handling a case.
Well, let's make it a memorable occasion with a penalty.
Oh, sick burn.
Yeah, I thought I would go easy on me because I'm new.
Worth it! Present this.
Witness!
What is it? Do you have something to say, Miss Faye?
I'm sorry. I totally forgot what I was going to say. This is the first time I've ever actually had to address someone like that.
You should have practiced before coming to court. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this.
Say there, little kitten. Want a piece of my coffee candy?
Candy?
Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee.
Come on, Mia. Shake it off. You're a lawyer. Detective!
Yes, ma'am.
This photo. You said that there was nothing peculiar about it. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Well then, I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim.
The note?
It very clearly says, wear white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten what the victim looked like. Thus, this special request.
I
have one very simple question for you, Detective. Where is the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in this photo.
Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am.
And you stopped there. You should have looked for it.
Ah!
The caller told her to wear it and identify herself. So, I expect she did just that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this?
I see the defense is a little lacking. The scarf you're searching for so desperately for. Is this one, perchance?
Where'd you find that, sir?
On Dusky Bridge. I was there first, and I decided to conduct my own investigation.
But why didn't you tell me?
I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel.
Just like Phoenix Wright.
It's the safest place I know.
Huh. That hotshot sure is a flair for the dramatic.
It's not exactly white, as the caller requested, but as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for.
It looks like you spent some time in the mud.
Not surprising. It was drizzling on the mountain that day. Prosecutor Edgeworth was intentionally hiding the scarf the whole time.
Sounds like Edgeworth. Sounds like that man.
The court will now accept the scarf in evidence.
Now, if the attorney for the defense has finished embarrassing herself, I'd like to move on with the testimony. That is all right with you, isn't it, Miss Faye? Boy, would I like to wrap the scarf around his smarmy little neck. Very good. Now, if we're done with this mud-cover scarf business, the prosecution moves to establish conclusively and with hard evidence that Miss Hawthorne and Miss Fowles did indeed meet on the bridge that day. Further, we will show exactly what occurred there.
That sounds quite promising. I can't wait to hear all about it.
Everything's moving at his whim.
Don't forget, kitten. There's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius.
A genius, huh?
Events on Dusky Bridge.
Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. This photo was actually taken by the witness, and it shows a Vic wearing a scarf, sir. It was drizzling that day. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what's going on. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. That must have been when the scarf fell off.
Looking at this photo, you really get the sense that this bridge is very high up.
It is about 40-foot drop from the bridge to the Eagle River down below.
Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyway?
Let's just say it was a well-intentioned third party.
Ha ha! A potential witness? So why isn't this person in the courtroom?
Well, they said they absolutely did not want to testify.
The person in question is very delicate, Your Honor. Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel them to testify.
Oh my word, bro. Oh my word. Of course they need to testify. What? What? They just happen to be there, bro. They just happen to be there. Just so happen. Just randomly decided that they just show up, be like, "Hello, good sir. I'd like to take a picture of this ahead of time." Oh my word. Nope, don't believe it. Not for an instant.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Seems to have been taken by the witness.
So, as you can see, Terry Falls had both the motive and the opportunity.
Based on the limited pieces of evidence you want to show, yes.
I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on the bridge.
The truth is becoming clear to me now.
Huh?
Yes, it's quite obvious. He's clearly guilty.
Not again! That's not fair! I haven't even done my cross-examination yet. What do you mean?
Events. I'm just trying to skip her cross-examination.
Actually, there was an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place.
Who is this eyewitness?
She's a college student.
A female college student?
That's right, meaning she's female and a college student, ma'am. She doesn't do too well in front of other people, so I can't justify for her.
Maybe so, but as the defense attorney, I have the right to cross-examine her.
Objection!
For the time being, we're not relying on the witness's statements. That is all. What is that supposed to mean? The prosecution has other, more decisive evidence. Our case doesn't rest on the vague testimony of a female college student.
A female college student,
It means she's female and a college student, sir.
If you absolutely must hear her testimony, you have to give us a good reason why.
Tell us more about this more decisive evidence in question.
This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows the Vic wearing a scarf, sir.
But where's her hat?
The victim is wearing a scarf in that photo, all right? So, about the witness who took this photo. What was this person doing all the way up in the mountains?
She was taking photos of wildflowers, apparently.
There are many unusual types of flora on that mountain, Miss Faye. People in the area say it's because the spirits that live there.
Oh, spirits! Now that you mention it, this photo.
This cloud fog-like thing? Is that a ghost? Oh, I don't believe it.
No, Your Honor. No, I don't think it's a ghost. It was drizzling that day. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what's going on. Drizzling, huh? That's right. There was a light rain coming down. The whole place was dreary. But not as dreary as the moon that's in this court right now.
Oh,
Looks like a cold front just moved in. In any case, the point is that the area is quite damp. There was even some fog. I even slipped and fell while I was on the bridge. It was really something. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Is that part of the eyewitness's testimony as well? Of course it is. He pushed the victim hard in the back and she fell down right on her stomach.
I remember that happening once myself. It was really brutal.
Are you talking about seeing someone get pushed? Or you the one getting pushed? Does it mean that you pushed someone down like that once? With his mind-boggling tales and the way he said brutal, I wonder if he's Canadian.
Ha. Say, you're a nasty look for the right person.
Huh?
Take a look. Poor baby. The court record seems to have wet itself.
Hey! Watch where you spill your coffee!
The court
record, huh? That must have been when the scarf fell off.
She's like putting it all on the court record.
So, in other words, there was a struggle between the criminal and the victim, huh? That's what the witness said. Well, it looks like she didn't remember about the scarf, but from what she said, it sounded like a pretty violent fight, ma'am. The area was wet from rain. The bridge was probably wet too, which would explain why the scarf was covered in mud, but this testimony is still bothering me.
Talk about a surprise. I had no idea there was a photo.
So, what do I do?
You really still believe him? Mr. Crybaby, I mean.
Of course I do.
Huh. So, the little kitten believes in fairy tales, huh? In that case, the answer is obvious. If what you believe is the truth, then that means somewhere in the testimony is a contradiction. One huge contradiction waiting to be discovered. That's your chance.
I'm going to assume that the picture part is what we're supposed to be contradicting here. It's found on the bridge. The thing is that it would be raining, but there's no mud, right? Nope, that wasn't it. Your Honor, what do you think of the witness's statement?
I don't think of anything of it. How about you?
I guess I don't think of anything about it either.
Then we don't have a problem, but we do have a penalty.
There wasn't a problem. Couldn't you just let it slide?
Issue. My fault. Let me look at the car. The coat's the same. She's not wearing the hat or the scarf.
Why is there no mud on her jacket? If she got pushed down in the mud and her scarf came off, why is she not covered in mud? She should be covered in mud too. So this one? So at the time of the crime, there was a light drizzle coming down, correct? Yeah, and fog too. Just a generally soggy atmosphere. Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with the soggy atmosphere.
This is a photo of the victim's body that was found in the car trunk.
Considering the conditions at the crime scene, something isn't right.
Well, by all means, please enlighten us. What isn't right? What is it about this photo of the trunk that isn't right?
She has no mud stains.
Naturally, the answer is right here.
The victim's coat? As far as I can see, there's nothing strange about it.
That's exactly what's strange. Recall the testimony. What were the conditions on the bridge that day? It was drizzling and foggy. Dusky bridge was all wet. If the victim really had fallen down on her stomach on top of the bridge, then the front of her coat would have been covered in mud.
No, that's exactly right. The other day I fell on muddy street and my gorgeous playoff beer was befouled.
I do admit that the crime scene was quite wet that day. However, that doesn't mean the top of the bridge itself wasn't muddy. If Your Honor had fallen in the shower instead of on a muddy street, your glorious hockey beard, pride of the legal league, would be wet, but not muddy.
Fortunately, I have yet to test that.
Still, your point is well taken. But you're saying that the scarf and was taken off at the same time she fell on the bridge. So they would either both be wet and not muddy, or both be muddy. It's not one or the other.
Can you prove that the surface of the bridge was muddy that day? The surface of the bridge? Huh?
A real man wouldn't stand for a tongue like this. Maya is a woman!
Neither would a woman.
That's what I'm saying.
Of course I can. Here is the evidence that proves the surface of the bridge was muddy.
The scarf, bro.
The evidence is this scarf.
Oh?
It should be obvious. If the scarf fell onto the bridge and got this muddy, it means the bridge was obviously covered in mud. No, I can't be outwitted by this novice bimbo.
Oh my word. We getting attacky up in here, bro. Edgeworth getting serious.
Hey, same to you, buddy.
Miss Fair's assertion makes perfect sense to me.
I do admit that there appears to be a contradiction between the condition of the victim's coat and her scarf. However, the real question is why is there a contradiction? Huh? For every contradiction, there exists an explanation. Let's look at what the explanation in this case may be, shall we? All right. It's not like he's really giving me a choice.
Ha. You're doing pretty well for a little kitten.
Mr. Armando.
No matter what he says, a contradiction always comes down to a lie. It's either the victim discovered in the trunk, or the witness's photo showing the defendant and the victim, or the witness's testimony that stated she saw the moment of murder. Just relax, think it over. It's pretty simple, isn't it? The false evidence. It's one of those three.
But you said just now, I'm not sure I like that.
That wasn't me, Your Honor. It was the coffee aficionado over here that said it.
Oh, Pre-Godot.
This court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know.
Blame it on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence into the court. But we won't let him.
will expose his evidence. As flimsy scam it really is. I just came to the realization he's a defense attorney. He's not a prosecutor. So what happened to Diego Armando that made him become Godot? I'm just so curious. What happened to Godot, bro? Or what happened to Armando that turned him into Godot? I wonder. Yes. The false evidence in this case is the witness's testimony? Witness's photo? Well, let's think about this. Let's think about this. The witness's photo. The witness's photo is not going to be fake because body in the trunk couldn't be fake. Witness's photo. It has to be the witness's testimony. I'm going to say it has to be the witness's testimony. The witness's photo, I mean, no, it would be hard to fake that, in any way. I mean, how would that be fake? The body in the trunk, again, they found it. How could that be fake? The only thing that makes sense is witness's testimony. So let's go ahead and try it.
It is a no-brainer. Obviously, it's the witness that's suspicious. During his earlier testimony, the detective pointed out a crucial fact. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Now, is that the testimony exactly what the witness claims to have seen?
Yeah, that's what the witness told us.
That testimony is filled with holes. After all, the victim's coat isn't dirty at all.
That's true.
Ha! It's not just true. It's the truth. If there was a truly decisive witness in this case, I'm certain that boy Wonder over there would have called them in the first place.
Your Honor, the defense requests to cross-examine the eyewitness. The testimony presented so far is not only vague, but contradictory as well.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, it appears that we'll need to hear from your mystery witness after all.
You should brace yourself for the brutal truth.
Huh?
Your Honor, the prosecution has no intention of hiding witness from the court. We are prepared to present our witness at any time.
Very well, please bring forth your witness at this time.
What Mr. Edgeworth said kind of worries me. What does he mean by the brutal truth?
Now, let's proceed with the testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, please, go right ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. The prosecution summons the woman who saw the events that day with her very own eyes.
This is it, Mia. The battle begins here.
Witness, what is your name and occupation? No! No, not this evil lady. To be continued. Hey! That is it. So be sure to be tuned in for the next time when we continue this lovely case. We'll continue this lovely case. Video or live stream should be up on Thursday. We'll see. Maybe I'll end up doing a live stream of it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you made it to the end of the video, and bro, that's actually really cool. We're just trying this out. Whole new medium. We're trying out ourselves some epic video times and seeing if people like it in this format better. I get off topic less, and I can still hear all your funny comments down below. Make your funny comments. Do the funny things. Maybe I'll even mention your comments and we'll bring them in and I'll comment on them in the middle of the video and whatnot.
just like as if it was live. And then I like show up your comment or something. Anywho, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Until then, stay amazing.